have you ever felt, well, stuck? Like you're just waiting for some big lightning bolt of motivation to hit so you can finally make a change? What if I told you the real secret to transformation isn't a dramatic lightning bolt at all? What if it's more like a quiet, consistent whisper? Well, today, we're going to uncover that secret. Let's see how it can unlock your own transformation. Sound familiar? You tell yourself, okay, when I feel more motivated, I'm going to start working out. Or, as soon as I feel inspired, I'll finally tackle that big project. We do this all the time, right? We wait for this perfect emotional state, thinking that's the key. But here's the thing. What if that feeling never really comes? What if we've been waiting for the wrong signal this whole time? We love to romanticize intensity, don't we? We look for those huge, passionate, mountaintop moments to tell us we're making progress. But what if there's a different way? A path that's less about that one epic moment on the summit and more about the steady, daily climb. A path built not on these massive bursts of intensity, but on simple, quiet consistency. So, here it is. This is the critical shift in thinking. If you've been chasing that intense feeling of motivation, you've been looking in the completely wrong place. The real engine of change? It's been hiding in plain sight all along. And it's right here, just 1%. Now, this isn't about being in the top 1% of income earners or anything like that. This number represents a totally different kind of elite group, one that literally anyone can join starting this very second. Trust me, this little number is the key to everything. All right, let's break this down. The 1% secret is all about making one simple choice, choosing consistency over intensity. It's about finally realizing that real, lasting growth doesn't come from these huge, explosive efforts, but from the slow, steady burn of small, daily actions. So, who are the 1%? It's pretty simple, actually. They're just the people who keep showing up. They are the ones who stay consistent with the process, especially on the days they absolutely do not feel like it. See, it's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent in those small, daily actions of renewal. And look, this isn't just some nice feel-good idea. It is backed by hard science. It's all about something called neuroplasticity, which is just a fancy word for your brain's incredible ability to physically change and rewire itself. Think of it like this. Every time you repeat a tiny action, you're carving a new little path in your brain, making that action easier and more automatic over time. And this quote just says it all. It's the repetition, not the passion, that literally reshapes your mind.
So how does this whole renewal thing actually work? I mean, how do these tiny actions lead to such massive change? Let's get into the science of it.
It really boils down to the simple but incredibly powerful three-step loop. First, you take a small, daily action, seriously small, like reading one page of a book, doing one push-up, or just thinking one positive thought. Second, just by repeating that tiny action, you physically start to rewire the neural pathways in your brain, making that new habit stronger. And third, over time, that rewiring creates real, deep, lasting change. You're not just trying to change, you are fundamentally upgrading your own mental operating system. Now, I've got to be clear, this is not a quick fix. It's not some life hack you do for a week. It's a path. It's a journey of progressive growth, where every small step builds on the one before, leading to a profound transformation over time. This piece of ancient wisdom from Proverbs just captures the idea perfectly. Think about a sunrise. It doesn't just happen all at once, right? It starts with this faint glow on the horizon that gets a little brighter and then a little brighter until eventually the whole sky is lit up. Your journey of renewal is exactly the same. Each consistent 1% action is another little ray of light, making your path clearer and brighter as you go.
Okay, so this brings us to the most important part of all of this. This isn't just information for you to know. It's an invitation. It's a choice that's available to you right here and right now.
Listen, if you've felt stuck for a while, it is so easy to start believing these negative labels, to think that there's something fundamentally wrong with you. But the central message here is a powerful, absolute rejection of that idea. You are not broken. You are not behind. And you are not failing. This one word changes everything. It completely reframes the entire problem. See, being broken feels like a permanent identity, right? But being unrenewed, well, that's just a condition. It's a temporary state that you can absolutely change through a process. It means you already have everything you need for that change right inside you. Because if the problem is just a lack of renewal, then the solution suddenly becomes incredibly clear and totally accessible.
The process of renewal itself becomes the key that unlocks the door to a completely different future.
So it's not a mystery. It's not something that just happens to you if you're lucky. It's a choice you get to make. It's the choice to stop waiting for a feeling and to just start a small, simple action. The choice to value consistency over intensity.
This is the invitation. Choose to join the 1%. The 1% who decide to take responsibility for their own mind. Not through some grand, exhausting effort, but through the quiet, steady, unstoppable power of daily renewal.
So, let's bring this all back to you, right now. Forget about the grand plan for next year or even next week. The journey starts with a single step. What is the one tiny thing, your 1% action that you can do today to start this process of renewal?